Okay, so what I have here is a VDO head unit. This is just a media player head unit. There's no CD player, so it's a radio, aux-in, USB, and Bluetooth. They're a little bit expensive considering the feature set. I think it was about 175 bucks from ECS Tuning, which is a BMW parts supplier. And so I haven't got it in the truck yet. I don't know how it sounds, don't know anything about it beyond just hooking it up here. But one thing that I don't like about it is the fact that the display is blue and the actual text part of it is black. I don't need that blinding me at night. So you can see the illumination is off right now, and I'm just running this from a little 12-volt power supply here on the bench. And with the illumination connected, you can see the brightness doesn't actually get any dimmer on the display. It makes the buttons light up. So it's still going to be very, very bright at night. You can see me switching it on and off here. You know, the buttons look cool lit up, but I really don't need that blinding display. So what I'm going to do is try to invert the LCD on my nice brand new head unit that I haven't even heard play yet. So you can find all kinds of DIYs online on how to do this. I've never done it before, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning process. What I have is a linear polarizer, linear polarized sheet that is high transparency, high contrast, and what this should do is let me invert the colors of the LCD. So I don't know what direction it's polarized in, but you should see as I rotate this, the screen more or less goes dark. So I got the head unit apart, and probably because this thing doesn't have a CD player in it, it is about the easiest head unit I've ever seen to get apart. The guts of the unit are pretty much non-existent. If you've got an old vehicle that's got a shallow dash or a dash that just doesn't support much weight, this could be a pretty good option for you. I'm sure, again, I haven't heard the thing yet. I'm sure the amplification is probably not great. It's rated at 40 watts or 41 watts, probably peak per channel. It's probably 25 watt RMS. 4-channel output. I'm driving all my speakers with an amplifier, so I didn't really care about the output of the head unit. I was more after the looks and the feature set. The LED backlights in this thing for the buttons are, so you can see each button has a little micro switch on the circuit board. Right next to it is a little blue LED, so you are not going to be changing the color of the head unit. It is what it is. This is not something that you can desolder and solder something else on. But otherwise, that's it's pretty darn basic. Now I have this all the way off, and that little connector that I said had some kind of positive retention, it does, but it's just a lot of friction. So if you've got one of those perpendicular set of cutters like these, it's great for snagging the edges of it and yoinking it out. So now we've got the circuit board free and the LCD screen is unshrouded. What you want to do when you're pulling this film off is you want to make absolutely sure that you are not putting any stress on all these traces to the LCD screen. So you're trying to support the screen and you're trying to peel this uppermost polarizer off. What you can see is this is coming off freaking beautifully. Look at that. Well, that was way easier than I was expecting. I'll be completely honest. It's going to look like that and have a dark screen where the original filter was in this orientation. Well, the first attempt, definitely a failure. Now, instead of dark letters, and yes, I know the screen's upside down, now instead of dark letters, yeah, they're kind of inverted at some angles. The camera doesn't even seem to be showing it as well as, what I can see. but not at others. So I don't know if I got the angle wrong or if there's some other quirk of this display that I don't know about or don't understand. So here we are after a few more attempts of inverting this LCD screen. You can see I now have 4 cast off remnants of the linear polarizer. So I definitely screwed it up a few times. I realized that the going straight with the polarization sheet wasn't working. So I cut one at an angle, and then I realized that I didn't know which side the adhesive was on. Or that I thought it was on the side that it wasn't. So finally got it working here. You can see it's inverted. The contrast isn't super high, so the blue backlight kind of bleeds through quite a bit. And this is a pretty good linear polarizer, so not quite sure why. The addition of ambient light, like with any reflective backed LCD screen, helps quite a bit. So if I shine a light on this, you can see that's really the effect that I'm going for. Maybe not quite as good as I was hoping, but we'll see. We'll try it. So end result, it's all back together. I'm not as thrilled with it as I could be. It's probably going to end up going back to a normal display. I don't know. The camera makes it look probably about as good as it is in real life. If you could get some extra light on it, I think it would look really good. But you're not going to really get that kind of ambient light in a tinted Tahoe. So, I don't know. I think it looks a little bit better. I guess we'll see, right? It works.